Alright, so what I want to do in this video is to give my post-NAB NAB show recap. This was my first year actually attending the actual NAB show in Las Vegas. And I think my perspective was totally different than a lot of the people that I met throughout the week, or should I say the end of the weekend throughout the week for the NAB show. Um, One of the things that I feel like set me apart from majority of the people that I was networking with and meeting was the fact that I was a graphic designer. And my wife, for those that know me, my wife is a film producer, film editor, and I guess that's the dynamics that I think people like when they would see us together, to find out that I was actually a graphic designer. I just want to recap. This wasn't my first time actually going to a conference, but this is my first time going to this actual conference, a conference that I was prepped on, understanding that it was very big for broadcast, but also for gearheads, for other people that was, immersed into film, video editors, producers, directors, visual effects, motion graphics, things of that nature. My intentions coming to now wasn't to just come out here and think that I was gonna just meet some big wig people that were in Hollywood or not, and land my dream job or something like that, but more so to be a sponge, should I say, stay ahead of the curve when it comes down to technology and new gear and things that I should be incorporating into my workflow. Also, just being able to study. Like, I think one of the things, just me being a graphic designer, my perspective was looking at just all of the graphics for the different booths and stations that we were visiting, even just outside of the convention center. Like, I was looking at things, and the aspect of, man, I would love to have said I did the logo design or the graphics outside of the building and the banners and things like that for now. Those are some of the perks that I was fantasizing about. Also, just really studying the setup. Studying how the Adobe booth was set up, the Wacom station was set up. What were some of the other ones? The Avid. You know, I was really blown away in how much, or should I say, I was really blown away with just how in depth these setups were. Set up. It's almost like a stage play or something. And so my eye was keen to that. That was really another perk that I got. I was studying the different logos of the different companies that were there, which was just tons and tons and tons of companies and businesses throughout each hall. Um, just really studying logo design, studying branding, studying collateral, studying the business cards and the different stationary things that these companies had to offer and what set them apart from a lot of the other people. And then I had the opportunity to just meet a lot of great people from St. Louis, people from Atlanta, from New York, tons of people from Cali. I also had the opportunity to meet a couple of my instructors from lynda.com, and even other designers that I was following. I had the opportunity to meet Rich Harrington, whose class I've taken on lynda.com. I had a chance to meet Chris Doe, which is another designer and brand strategist, entrepreneur that I follow through his platform of the future and his company Blind. I actually had the opportunity to sit on some of these panels and classes to, actually learn different things. And one of the things Chris Doe posed in one of his lectures was a question that's still been sticking with me since I've left NAB, and it was, where are you from, where do you live now, and what does that say about you? And I couldn't help but just keep pondering on the fact of, why am I still in Houston? Like, the way my mind works, just as a creative, I love to travel. Anybody that knows me know I really love to travel. And I've contemplated moving other places like Atlanta, Cali. Uh, Not so much in New York, not saying that I wouldn't move to New York, but I say when it comes down to um, deciding on the weather, I think Cali fits me better than New York. I don't like being cold, so I think Cali weather is a lot more similar to Houston weather. I actually have a friend that moved from Houston to Cali, and one of the things he told me is, just from my style and just, paying attention and watching my work ethic over the years, watching me continue to push the envelope and stretch myself, he said, man, I think it would really, Cali would be a good fit for you, just in the way you work. And one thing he told me also was, the competition is probably about 3 times as much as it is in Houston, which to me, I'm all for it. I'm constantly competing with myself, not even, competing with my peers. So I feel like that's a way for me to actually level up. So, yeah, man, I met another good brother from St. Louis. His name is Shawn Hautley. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, brother. Good brother that I met out of St. Louis, which is a video producer and editor. And, I think also is, I felt this time that I made some really genuine connections, people that I feel like I actually be knowing for years and I'll actually be working with. And as opposed to, going to trade shows and, by the end of the week, by the next week, a lot of these people are either not, accepting your phone calls, numbers are no good, never really following up with you. So you kind of end up, feeling like you made connections, but end up turning out not being the type of connections that you actually wanted. Whereas in this case, it was really, really cool to not just meet these people in their work setting, but actually, I never had an opportunity to go to like a straight up Geek Squad party. You know, going to the Adobe party that was at Senior Frogs, and at the B&H party that was at the Marquee. You know, the most interesting thing to me is to mix geeks with alcohol. You know what I mean, and to actually be in a bar dancing or having drinks and partying, and you can have a serious technical conversation with somebody that's all still productive, nothing that was, you know, bullshit, basically. So I felt like that was a newfound energy for me, and I would like to continue um, put myself in those type of atmospheres and environments. It's funny because some of these people that we were networking with, it's all cool when you're at the bar and you're talking and things like that, but to actually get back to your room and you're going through your business cards and stuff like that, and you actually look up these people Instagram and their website and really see the level of work that they're doing, and just to be inspired to know that these people are either better than you or working just as hard as you are, you know. So I'm totally for, surrounding myself around people that are better than me, or people that are going just as hard as I am, steady raising the bar and putting in the same amount of work ethic and being on the same frequency when it comes down to several aspects. of creativity. So, like I said, I met some good people, man. Shout out Big City Brittany, Natalie, Hillary, Brian from Michigan, Hillary from Indiana, Big City Brittany from L.A., Natalie from New York, uh, Ken from Atlanta, Chris Doe, Rich Harrington, and am I forgetting anybody? Shout out to my wife that put me on to the NAB show. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have ended up at the NAB show. So that's my post-NAB recap. I hope that this is helpful for other creatives, other designers, video film editors, directors, anyone that's pursuing a career in the technical, creative aspects. So I'm James E. Walker, graphic artist, designer, and illustrator from Houston, Texas. Currently looking to make that transition into some other city or state, just to say for the hell of it that I tried it at some point in my life. So follow up with a lot of these people that I met. I'm fumbling my words. I did all this talking all this time, and now I get to the end, I start fumbling. But hit me up, the Art of James E. Walker on Instagram, the Art of James E. Walker on my website. Peace.